Hey, good morning, everyone. For those of you that just joined us, welcome. Today will be our 17:05 town hall meeting. It is a Monday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern. So for some of you that are in Central and Pacific time, it's very early over there. We're just going to give people a few more minutes. We have about 55 people signed up for this session, and we're just at about 25. So we'll just wait a minute or two more, and then we'll get started.
Jesse, do you really think anyone's from the Pacific Coast time zone?
Yes, we might have some zealous people.
There might be somebody from Mountain.
Hi, I'm in Oregon.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Woohoo! Watching the moon set here.
All right.
Oh, it's Kelly from the Helm.
Yep.
Great. Welcome.
Oh, thanks. I'm trying to figure out how to get my video on, but it's not. It's just crossed out, so I'm still working on it.
Okay. Okay, well, it's 10:03, so I think we've given all the people plenty of time to get in. We're going to start our town hall upgrade webinar this morning. We have Jesse and myself, both educators with Bywater Solutions, and we have created this town hall to give you an opportunity to bring any questions, comments, concerns, thoughts to us as we all pretty much have been upgraded to the new Koha 1705. So good morning, everybody. I hope everybody got the agenda that I emailed out Friday, and I apologize if Friday afternoon email sometimes gets overlooked. But I wanted to give everybody an opportunity to see what we were going to be talking about, as well as a lot of important links that you can use after this town hall to be able to go forward. And the amount of communication and knowledge that we can give you is what we really are striving for. So I hope that was helpful to all those organizers out there.
Yeah. All right, great. Well, so the first thing we're going to start with is some resources that are available for the Koha updates. So for those of you that were on the webinar, you probably saw a full list of things that we've had. We have on our Koha website, we have the Q&A from the 1705 upgrades. So this will include anything that was asked during our upgrade session. So what we've done is we've taken all of the chat and the Q&A that people have brought to us, and we put a full list in there. So as we were going through the upgrade, some of you may have seen this, but this list is complete. So this goes through anything where we had questions, or if there was a bug at the time, what the bug was, and what that completion was. So this has a full rundown of all of those. And again, you can access that by going to the Koha Education, hitting the drop down and going to our upgrade notes. And then once you hit that upgrade notes, just select 1705. That will also include all of our webinars. So if you still have any staff who hasn't seen the upgrade webinars, all of that information is there. Or if you have any staff that may just be starting, again, all of those recorded sessions are there, both the hour overview and then the individual sessions, and we have both of them up there. So if you missed the first week and were only able to attend the second week, those are up there. And then right below that recorded webinar sessions, you'll also see those Q&A upgrade webinars. So that'll take you directly to that link. We also have a few overview blog posts and videos that our education team has done. So if there are larger things, enhancements that were in this last upgrade, you'll see those there as well.
Great. Thanks, Jesse.
Yeah.
Another thing on the agenda that we have is we have this report help for XML, Mark XML. Now, one of the big changes with the 1705 is they allowed that Mark XML to have its own table in the schema. And so that did cause some reports to change functionality. Bywater went ahead, and you might have gotten a ticket from Barton letting you know that there were some reports that needed to be just updated, and that was that simple update button, as well as other reports that needed some more little massaging, I could say. And so Barton was so helpful. He actually created a blog post that helps you either create new reports or fix the reports that you have on your site. Now, of course, Bywater will be fixing or helping you fix if you need help. But if you are looking to make new reports within your Koha report module, we all are very using the report library, but now those reports won't be able to be used if they did use that Mark Biblio items table. So this is a great blog post that shows Barton trying to help anybody with any questions in regards to making a report with that Biblio items Mark XML table.
And
can you see that, Jesse?
Oh, not yet. It's not showing on the screen. But I did put a link in the chat box for everyone. There we go, Kel. Perfect.
Sorry about that.
I did put the link for everyone in there in case you want to copy and paste it for reports moving forward. You may still go to the wiki to get reports, and the community is going through some of those reports and updating them because a lot of them will still have the older data in there. So we are working through that list. So this is a good page to bookmark. That way, if you do go to the wiki and you find a report that perhaps has the old table in it, you can use this helpful conversion that Barton has created to go through. As always, you can always submit a ticket. If you run into any difficulties where you're getting a yellow error box when you try to run that report, just submit a ticket and we'll be able to take a look at that SQL for you.
Yeah. Definitely. We have quite a few experts out there on the, oh, we have a question.
Not a
All right.
question, statement.
Ed.
If you're looking at the SQL library, one of the things you'll see with the report is the version that report was written for. And if you see anything that's older, realize it potentially could be bad, but newer ones will have the new date on.
Perfect. Thanks.
Excellent.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you. Okay. Oh, the IRC blog. This is exciting. I know that Ed has gone in and used our IRC blog quite a bit, which is awesome. If anyone didn't catch it, we did get a blog written by one of our new support leads with Bywater. She wrote a IRC blog and how to connect with us on IRC, which is fascinating, which she covered what apps to use, how to actually install the internet chat relay, and then once you go ahead and do that, how to contact us. So as you know that we're all virtual employees and we chat all day through our IRC. So if anybody, instead of putting a ticket or calling, if you had a quick question, you can always put it in through the IRC, the BWS partner website, handle or the Koha, and you would be able to get us pretty quickly. Wouldn't you say, Ed? Yeah. So, and plus, if you had any questions in regards to this and how to do it, we can certainly help you. But we do find it as a great, handy communication tool. If you had that really quick question, or you want to say good morning or hi, just do it. Let us know you're thinking about us at Bywater.
I will say, since the upgrade, we've had quite a few people. Owen from one of our partner libraries jumped in the other day and had a question about the hold expiration reserve date, which was something that had come up during the upgrades, and he jumped right in there. And Kyle, who's one of our lead developers, was able to send him the workaround right away through IRC. So, if you're able to log in through your library, it is a great way to do it, either through the browser or by downloading a client.
Yeah.
What was the issue Owen had? I'm curious.
The reserves dot expiration date, where it wasn't showing on the hold slip.
Perfect. Let's see, what's next? Oh, I think that this upgrade webinar, we were able to get a lot of blog posts up ahead of time before you were to, before you got upgraded, a lot of videos and blog posts, and I hope that people are using those and really being able to take it step by step in what is coming up into the 1705. If there's anything that you want to add to our blog posts or videos, please let us know. We're happy to do them. We think that this is a great tool for all our partners and the community, I'm sure, to be able to see a step-by-step or a video. Jesse and myself has been trying to do a weekly blog post together just for a little change it up. And if there's anything that you would like to see, please let us know, because if anything, we would like to make sure that you feel that you're ready for the upgrade, as well as going forward, how do you want to improve your system by adding any new system preferences. So we really hope you guys have some questions. Well, we're almost to our questions and answers time, so I'm hoping people bring their questions, right, Jesse?
Yes. We, of course, always have like a steady list of frequent questions that we see that come through tickets. So we kind of keep a running list of things that, we see people ask, and we'll do videos on that. But Kelly and I are kind of doing a weekly series where it's live. We do it every Monday, and we kind of like to hear from you. So if there's something that you would like to see us do an overview of, please let us know. We'd love to, incorporate that.
Definitely. Okay.
Great.
Now we have, next on our agenda is how to get involved. If anyone is interested in contributing help to the Koha community, help is always needed. And we have this, a link on the agenda for the Koha community. And if you go up to this Get Involved for librarians, you can actually see there's a link for librarians. So you can reporting bugs, submitting ideas, contributing any custom reports that you've created for your own library, or just a matter of understanding Koha's bug reporting workflow, these are a great number of links available. We just love to have people let us know how to improve Koha, and I know that librarians adding their comments to any bugs definitely helps the process and move it along to get some of these bugs in the next version.
And I will say too, if you get intimidated, you click on that link and you go to Bugzilla and you're like, this is foreign. If we have a ticket open with you, any one of us will help walk through setting it up. Of course, we'll do it for you, but if you would like to take that on and kind of, just look at how you can go in and give feedback as a librarian, because I will say that developers love to see it when librarians actually give feedback so they can see what's going on and how this is affecting your workflow. That kind of pushes those through a lot faster than when you have a support member like Kelly or myself from Bywater go through and actually make a comment. So if anyone would, if that's a great one, a video that we're thinking about doing, showing you exactly how to kind of go through, create an account, and walk through that whole thing, we'd be happy to go through that whole process with you.
Yeah, definitely.
Another one, and I know Ed has a few on there, contributing your custom reports. So if you do write a report for the Koha system, this is a great way to give back to the community. You can actually add your custom report to the Koha community wiki. So if you're upgrading and you've created a new report for something, this is a great way that you can give back.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Oh, Jesse, did you want to talk about the sandbox?
Yeah, that would be great. So a few of you have asked about getting involved and testing things in the system. Bywater has revitalized the sandbox feature for testing bugs. It's a lot simpler of a process to go in. And I'll put this link right into the chat box as well. This allows you to come in, and there are some pre-installed sandboxes that are set up with bugs that are on there. And what this allows you to do is go in and actually test one of the bugs that are in the system. So the first tab you'll see is sandboxes. There are 10 different sandboxes up on this site. The second tab you'll see is that needs sign off. So this will tell you what actually needs to have a sign off in the system. So you can actually apply it to a sandbox. You'll see that in the center column there, where you can apply that to one of the sandboxes on the server, and you can actually go through the test plan and actually test it. And if it works as expected, you can sign off right on the bug from Sandbox. You don't even have to go into Bugzilla. It will actually send the message from the Sandbox to the Bugzilla center so they can see that information. This is one of the things that we actually need is more people to go in and kind of sign off on these so they get into the next release a little bit faster. This is one that we'll be doing another town hall on, so you can see the process and a more thorough process. So if those of you are interested in doing that, please let us know. Again, we'll probably have another town hall in the upcoming year. Go ahead, Ed.
Is that needs sign-off list being pulled directly from Bugzilla, or do you know?
You know, I'm not sure if that's being pulled directly from Bugzilla or this is something that the devs are doing. Kyle and Nick are pulling this in. We can double check. Yeah. Actually, I can send them a message while we're talking right now. Okay, excellent.
Okay. So we're getting to the fun part of the agenda. Does anyone have any questions? Now, if you don't have audio or even video, you can certainly chat in the chat box. If you have any questions in regards to the 1705 upgrade, anything is open to any questions. That's what we're here for.
Hi, this is Nancy Washoe.
Hi, Nancy.
We haven't upgraded yet. We're going to do it Wednesday night. Is there any big gotchas? I just got in a little bit ago, so I missed the first part.
Well, I will say this. We've gotten a lot of the gotchas from the first upgrades that started at the beginning of the month. Well, I should say the end of October, beginning of November. And some of those known bugs, there was an error with one of the holds, expiration date not showing on the hold slip, and that one was caught. There was another one with acquisitions where if you had a canceled order attached to an open basket, it would create an internal server error. So that one is caught and the patches have been applied. So for the most part, right now it's just the patches have been applied to any of our future upgrades, so you should be set moving forward.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I look forward to it.
Yeah.
Nancy, just so you know on that, did you get the agenda? There were the bugs that were attached to the bottom of the agenda as well, just for your reference.
Yeah, I have that.
Okay, perfect.
I have that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
How about for those of you who already went through the upgrade process, is there anything that you found easier or maybe you wanted to talk about this round of upgrades?
Is anyone using any of them, like patron note what's it, patron note check-in? Mm-hmm. Patron check-in note?
We have that turned on. We've not seen any yet.
Okay.
That doesn't mean they haven't come through and our staff just hasn't seen them.
Uh-huh.
I'll run the report. I was going to give it a couple of weeks before I just run the report. We have not turned on, or we've not looked at the a book club feature yet. We kind of talked about it, but it's not really doing much yet.
Right.
It involves more staff time than we think it would be worth to do anything with right now.
Yep.
But it is just the beginning of something.
Exactly.
Other than that, it's been real easy. We turned on the date, where it looks at the calendar for holds.
Yes.
And that has been very useful, although it did cause a few little blips around Thanksgiving, because we had the upgrade about the time. We hold books for 7 days. So when our upgrade was, and when Thanksgiving was, there was a lot of overlap there we worked through that. It's not a problem. We had to rewrite our custom hold, report that we use to pull things off of the shelf.
Yep.
Because it wasn't taking those days into account. It was just looking 7 days after the date the hold was activated instead of the expiration date. Just a couple of little things that we worked through.
Perfect. Great.
Thanks, Ed, for sharing that. We have a question that came through about Coral. Any news on Coral or other open source ERMs being integrated? Great question. So the next release for Coral is December 15th. In that release will be phase 1 of the integration, and that will be the vendor integration between Coral and between Koha. So we're waiting for that December 15th release, and we'll probably put something up on our test system so we can do essentially a town hall just like this so people can start to see that integration. We actually have a few libraries right now that are using Coral ERM to manage their electronic resources. So that process has begun. Euless, do you have a question? If you have your mic, you can turn it on, or if you want, you could just type the question into the chat box.
Hi, it's actually Christine Hill, Eulis's colleague. Can you hear me?
Yeah, hi, Christine.
I was creating an authority the other day, and I kept getting an internal server error. That's the first time it's ever happened to me. Is that a matter of concern because of the upgrade?
Well, we would have to definitely look at your system preferences and see what's turned on. Have you submitted a ticket yet?
No.
No. Okay. So Kelly and I, after the town hall is over, Kelly and I can go in there and we'll open a ticket for you.
Okay. Thank you.
Absolutely. Okay, great. Other questions?
Let's see, what else did we have? Ooh, what about the check previous checkout? Has anyone tried that one? That one I was excited to see. That you could see if somebody had checked out previously. We always had those patrons that wanted to know. I don't know about other people's libraries. We had some patrons that made little notes in the book to say that they had read it. Filled in a little 0.
The reason we're not using it is it's not selective enough. You end up, every patron who checks something out that they've checked out before, especially teachers, mothers with little kids, and you're just getting lots and lots and lots of those messages.
That's true. Good point, Ed.
We have a question from Rhonda. Rhonda's asking about what is the status of Overdrive. So in 1705, the Overdrive API for patron circulation was added in. However, the integration was failing due to a missing method that was in there. So Rhonda, that is bug 19450, which has the patch that was applied for that fix. I just pasted that into the chat box, and it looks like the last update was in October. I know Nick applied, essentially created the instance that it wasn't working, and the last update was in October. So we can follow up with Nick and see what the status is. I know we were waiting on Overdrive to look at that missing method.
Yeah, that's going to be a great one once it's up and running.
Yeah.
Our cataloger just bugs me like weekly. When's that coming? When's that coming?
Yeah, I'll ping Nick actually now, and I can check and see if there's been any movement on it.
Thanks.
Has anyone been using the new 9XX enhancement for EDI? Or ordering, for that matter, and acquisitions?
Mm-hmm.
We're working with Ingram right now to get
set up.
So as soon as we hear back from Ingram that we can
Great.
start with our grids, we will.
Yeah, I know a few libraries have been using the 9XX without EDI, just adding that item information, to their records and using the acquisitions module, and have been successful. So it's great to see that. Is anyone using EDI with, do you know what Couts is? Is that a vendor? We have a question from Timothy. Is anyone using EDI with Couts?
Oh, ProQuest book vendor. I will say right now that that is not one that we have had anyone ask before, Timothy, but if you submit a ticket, we can work to get that set up for EDI with that vendor. Absolutely. Usually what the process for us is, if there is not a plugin that has been created for a specific vendor, and there's several plugins that have already been created, for example, Baker & Taylor, Ingram, Brodart, Midwest Tapes, and a few others, what we do is we can install that plugin. If there is a vendor that we have not worked with yet, what the process that we usually go through is we reach out to that vendor and we begin the process to create the EDI plugin. Once that EDI plugin is created, we will send you an EDI survey. That EDI survey is something that you will fill out to include your account information, your EAN, your SAN information, your FTP address, username and password, so we can begin that process. So if you submit a ticket and let us know, we'll be able to begin that process. Great. Other questions out there? How about exporting a barcode file in the search results in the item search? Because I was super excited about that. So now we don't have to go to reports to export a list of barcodes. We can do it right from the item search and modify some items or add those to a list, which is another great enhancement. Is anyone excited about those or have experience to share?
Yeah, I created a list from I do a display every month, and I create a list. Or it was scan the barcode into the list and then scan. And this time, all I had to do was quick scan them into that file and then copy them.
Copy and paste them in.
Yeah, copy paste them in, and I was done. I was like,
woo, Rhonda! Awesome.
Saving time.
That's great.
Yes.
Yeah, like batch item modification, batch, you mean, it's crazy. Just pop those barcodes in.
Excellent. Other questions out there? Okay, well, while we're waiting for questions, I will say this. This is the first of our town hall sessions, and our goal with the town halls is just to kind of pass on information for things that we've learned during the upgrades, but more so for you to come in and ask us questions of things that you may have experienced during or after the upgrade, or things that may have changed that you wanted to talk about. We will be having another town hall this week, actually on December 7th at 2 p.m. Eastern time. And that will be Nick Clemens, who is one of our developers here at Bywater. He's going to be talking about Elasticsearch integration. So he'll be giving an overview and talking about when Elastic will be integrated into the system, and kind of give you a little sneak peek of what will be going on. And then Kelly and I will be back in January, and that'll be our next upgrade town hall. That gives you a little more time to kind of play with some of the newer enhancements or changes that you see in 1705, and then come back and ask more questions again. What do people think of the new manual format? I'm going to let other people talk first, and then I'll give my opinion. What do you think, Ed? I will say the visual is a lot. I love the visual a lot more than the old Translate manual. That's for sure. I'm still kind of running into specifics about, like, when I do a search and finding specific things in the search, I'm still getting a hang of tweaking that searching. I do like that there is a formal search box, though, and you don't have to do a Command or a Control F anymore to find something on the page. That's a definite enhancement.
And the index table of contents thing at the side has made it immensely easier to navigate.
Absolutely. Are there others out there that have used the new manual? And Kelly, do you want to pull it up so if people haven't seen it yet, maybe they can take a look at what it is?
So we have the search over here. If I go to administration, I'm going to get the table of contents on the left-hand side, so I could easily go to a system preference within the acquisitions with just one click. So it kind of breaks it out like that, which it's nice. It's very nice with this side column. It's very long if you try to go to the top.
Mm-hmm. Rhonda said, we found searching will give unexpected results, but she can't think of a specific example. Rhonda, I can, because this is where I was like, I searched for automatic renewals and it just it pulls up renewals. So those are some of the things where I've been like, I'm still trying to narrow down a better search technique, but I've hit the same roadblock, Rhonda.
I think we need to figure out how it's actually doing the searching.
Yeah. We had another question come through from Laura. Laura asked, we're still in the development stage, so specific questions are hard. Is there a list of some of the most important changes within the system? Yes, on the Koha Bywater site, we have a list of the 1705 upgrade. Upgrade notes. And then we have a specific section for 1705. And in that 1705 list, at the top, we have started with some of the more larger enhancements where we have that overview of blog posts and videos. And then as you get down below, we have a breakdown for each one of the modules. So each one of those modules will talk about some of the larger enhancements or changes that you'll see in each one of those. And that is a condensed list from what you see on the Koha community. On the Koha community site, you'll see a complete breakdown of everything, of all of the changes. And part of what the educators do at Bywater is we go through this entire list and then we put a condensed list on the Bywater site of things that will just affect you and something easier to go through.
Over the 1 hour overview that we did will be helpful too. That really has the major ones too.
Yeah.
2 months ago. It's October 18th.
Yeah, really, October 18th. Yeah, so almost 2 months ago.
Time flies when you're having fun.
And Laura, we'll be doing Kelly and I will do another one of these January 10th. So we wanted to do one kind of right away, just so people, if they had questions and they were experiencing things, we could get those questions addressed right away. But we will have another one in January, just so we wanted to give people more time to get customized and familiar with the changes that they see. That way, you'll have some more time to get a list together of things that we can talk about. And that one will actually be at 3 p.m. Eastern time. So for those of you who had to wake up super early in the Pacific, we've done a later one for that time.
Some dedicated people right there calling in at 7 a.m.
All right, well, excellent. Well, if you have other questions, please let us know. Kelly and I have an hour scheduled here. So if you have other questions, just let us know. We'd be happy to address those. And if not, please join us again on Thursday for the Elasticsearch. All of these town halls will be recorded and available on our YouTube channel, as well as our Bywater website. And then visit us again in January when we have our next upgrade session, and we'll start talking about, just some of those things that you'll see, those changes.
Or we'll be talking about 1711.
Seriously.
Those release notes just came out. So
yes. All right, wonderful. Well, thank you everyone for joining us today. Again, use the IRC, submit a ticket. If you run into anything, please don't hesitate to ask us a question. That's what we're here for. And if you have any good ideas for videos, send them to us and we'll get those out for you.